Are you going through sorority recruitment and you're kind of nervous because you don't know what you're supposed to say or what you're supposed to do and you're not really sure what to expect? Well, this video is for you. Hey, my name is Payton. I just graduated from the University of Mississippi where I was in a sorority, so I feel like it is my civic duty to help girls get through the recruitment process as stress-free as possible. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below to see more content from me. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below, or at the end of the video, if I didn't answer any of your questions, you can leave a comment then and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Let's get started. If you have a pen and paper handy, grab them because we're taking notes. So throughout this video, I'm gonna hit on 3 different topics. Number 1, preparing your mind and your body. Number 2, prepare what you need material-wise. And number 3, the overview of the general process. Starting off with number 1, preparing your mind and body. No one really talks about this, and I always felt like it was so important to really prepare your body and your mind for this process. It's a week-long process for most schools, and it's very draining, so really like preparing yourself for it, not just actively or conversationally, but preparing your mind and your physical body for it is super important. Here are my 4 tips to prepare your mind and your body for sorority recruitment. Number 1 is hydrating and nourishing your body. This is super important, especially the week leading up. You really need to be drinking lots and lots of water and eating all your meals. And hydrating is super important because it's August. Most of these schools, especially if you're rushing in the South, it is very, very hot. Really making sure that you're hydrated is super important. So I really suggest getting on a drinking schedule where you're drinking enough water every single day, but especially the week leading up to recruitment. This is super important to make sure that when you get to recruitment, you're not already dehydrated starting out the process. Number 2 is your sleep schedule. So making sure you're getting enough sleep leading up to recruitment. You can do this anywhere from a month before all the way up to the week leading before. You never know if you're gonna have a really early round or a really late round. Making sure that you have set that sleep schedule beforehand is super helpful in making sure that you're getting enough sleep leading up to recruitment so you're well rested and well prepared for rush. And then number 3, this is learning what your values are before recruitment. So when I say this, I mean learning kind of what you're looking for in a chapter before you're getting to recruitment. I would suggest writing them down on a piece of paper and really thinking about it. And then when you get to recruitment, it's a lot easier whenever you go in already knowing what values you're looking for, and also whenever you're talking to the girls, you can kind of get that vibe from them as well. And then last but not least, this one is so important for your mind especially, is staying off Greek Rank. Do not do it. Do not go on Greek Rank. It is literally just not, it's not worth it. Half of it's not even true. If you look at it before rush, it's gonna alter your mind going in and you're not gonna really have that authentic experience. And that is all we have for mind and body. So moving on to number 2, this is your material needs. This is what I suggest you bring with you to recruitment. Number 1 is travel size makeup. So at Ole Miss, well, this was also back in the day. So when I went through recruitment at Ole Miss, we only got a gallon size Ziploc bag, and whatever we fit in there is what we could bring. Now they get a cute little like tote bag, and it's not fair. Anyway, so whatever you can fit in this bag is what we could bring. Some schools let you bring your own bags, you know, like it really depends on the school. But regardless, travel size makeup, specifically setting powder and lip gloss, especially when you're going outside and you're walking across campus, you're getting sweaty, your makeup's kind of getting creasy and cakey. Something else I also highly suggest getting would be those little wispy things to brush your teeth, just in case you have a snack in between, you don't have time to brush your teeth. When I went through recruitment, we weren't allowed to go back to our dorms. If we didn't have a round, we just had to go wait in the student union. So we were not allowed to go back to our dorms to like brush our teeth, fix our makeup, fix our hair, like nothing. I had those little wispy toothbrush things so I could eat a snack, brush my teeth real quick and throw it away to make sure my teeth, I didn't have like food in my teeth or whatever. And then also having breath mints. Not that you're gonna get cut for having bad breath, but like no one likes to talk to people who have bad breath, you know? So you don't want to think about it. You want to be able to just pop a mint in your mouth and not even have to worry about it. And then number 2, this one, I swear by this, and a lot of girls will tell you to do this. Bring flip-flops, slides, sandals, any kind of comfy shoe that you can just slip on in between rounds. The blisters are horrific. Okay, I wish that I would have done this throughout the week. I did it for prep night, but I did not do it for the other rounds, and I really wish I had, because the blisters I got on the first day were horrible. I mean, it was so bad. Something that you can like take your shoes off real quick, slide these little shoes on to walk to your next house, or walk to your dorm, or walk to get lunch, or whatever the case is. So you're not walking around in these shoes that are, you know, giving you blisters. Number 3 is bringing little snacks with you. This is something like granola bars, or a protein bar, or like the little packages of goldfish, or something like that, where it's quick, it's easy. If you have rounds back to back to back to back, and you don't have time to like go and get lunch or dinner or breakfast, it's nice to have little snacks in your bag, so then your stomach isn't growling during rounds. Again, you're not gonna get cut for your stomach growling, but it is distracting. It's distracting for you. I mean, I know for me, if I'm sitting in class or something and my stomach starts growling, I'm not paying attention anymore, because all I can hear is my stomach. So you don't want to be distracted by your stomach growling, and you don't want the other girls to be distracted by your stomach growling. Also, you don't want to be hungry. I mean, you gotta have your energy, you know? So having little snacks are super important. My mom sent me some granola bars, and I think she gave me some protein bars too. I don't know, this was a long time ago. I highly suggest bringing like 1 or 2 little snacks with you, especially on the first day, or like the first day that you have in-person rounds, or you know, whatever, like your longest days. Okay, number 4, please, dear God, wear deodorant. Bring it with you, okay? I brought mine with me. It's the middle of August. For most people, it is hot, like scorching hot, especially in the South. So please bring your deodorant with you, and go to the bathroom and, you know, put it on real quick. You won't have to worry about smelling bad. Again, you're not gonna get cut if you smell a little, because I guarantee you the active girls smell bad too, because they're jumping and screaming inside the house with 200, 300 other girls. So that's not really what I'm getting at, but more along the lines of, you don't want to have to worry about whether or not you're smelling bad. Okay, that's more of what I'm relaying to you. Last but not least, number 5, blister band-aids. Bring them with you, okay? I know we already touched on the flip-flops and the sandals and that kind of stuff, but if, let's say you forget them and you get a blister, at the beginning of the day, and you don't have time to go back to your dorm, or you're not allowed to go back to your dorm. Blister band-aids, okay? Pop that baby on, and then you're good for the rest of the day. Okay, and then the last topic that I'm gonna touch on is just the general process. I know a lot of girls, especially if you don't know anybody really that's gone through recruitment in the past, the process can be kind of intimidating, and a lot of people are really confused on how it works. So I'm gonna go over just a general process. I'm gonna try not to be too specific, because again, every school is different. So I'm gonna try to hit on overall things. As far as the process goes, there's Greek day, open house day, whatever, the first round. And that's the round that you talk to everyone. And then you have philanthropy. We have 2 days of philanthropy. Some schools might only have 1, some schools might have 3. It just depends on the school. Philanthropy day is the day that, you know, the chapters that you end up going back to after the first round, these chapters that you have left are going to talk to you about their philanthropy, about their community service, about their national philanthropy. Each sorority has their own national philanthropy that they support, so you get to learn about that. You get to learn about their events that they do to benefit those philanthropies. The next round is sisterhood round, and that's the day that they're going to talk about, you know, their friendships, how they made friends within the sorority, their different sisterhood events that they do to kind of bond their members. And then you have pref round, or preference round, which is your last round, and that's the more nice round. It's more formal. Each sorority has their own ceremony that they'll do for pref. A lot of the time there are girls playing the piano, there are girls singing, there's a lot of speeches given during that round. Lots of girls cry during pref, like PNMs and actives. Those are all the rounds. So now I'm going to talk about my tips and tricks to help you get through the process. Number 1, be prepared for anything. I mean anything. Be prepared for a girl to spit in your face. Be prepared for the conversation to be the worst conversation you've ever had in your entire life. Be prepared for it to be the best conversation you've had in your entire life. I mean, seriously, be prepared for anything. Okay, number 2, don't take anything personally, because I'm telling you right now, it's not personal. It's not. Especially if you're going to like a bigger school where there's anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 girls going through recruitment. Like, it's not personal. Like, if you get cut, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Okay, like a promise. When I graduated high school, one of my teachers told me to be prepared to get cut from at least one of your favorite houses. Like, just go in knowing that you will get cut from one of your favorite houses. Why would you want to be in a house that didn't want you anyway? So there are like a lot of different reasons why you could get cut. Number 1, it could be grades. If your GPA wasn't high enough, chapters have a minimum GPA that they're allowed to accept nationally. Maybe your GPA wasn't high enough. Some sororities still require rec letters. So if you don't have a rec letter, that could be a reason why you got cut. A lot of them are doing away with them though, so that's not really as big of a deal now as it used to be, but that could be a reason why you got cut. And then another reason, and this is a lot of the time one of the biggest reasons, is because the girl that you were talking to thought that you would fit better somewhere else. You could really, really love her. Like, the active could really, really love you and think you're the sweetest girl ever, but not see you in the chapter. And that's actually doing you a favor. Because why would you want to be in a chapter that you don't actually fit in? Even if you like it, you know? Just because you got cut does not mean they hate you, does not mean they don't like you. There are a lot of different things that go into it, so don't take it personally. Number 3, your conversation shouldn't feel like an interview. So you're going to a house, and obviously they're gonna ask you the questions, where are you from and what's your major? Okay, those are the most asked questions, especially on the first day. Actives are trained when they talk to P&Ms, they're trained to find a way to feed those introductory questions into actual conversations. So like for me, when I was an active, I was paired with a lot of Texas girls because I'm from Texas, and that is something that's super easy to talk about because anybody from Texas loves Texas. So like I normally would ask, hey, how's your day going? Like, how are you feeling? And then, oh, it's been fun. Like, it's pretty overwhelming. Yeah, it can be a little stressful at times, but you know, whatever. And then find something and you latch onto it. So I'll be like, where are you from? And oh, like, I'm from Houston. Oh my gosh, no way. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, do you know where my hometown is? And they'll be like, oh my God, yeah, I know exactly where that is. And then, oh, do you miss HEB? I really miss HEB. Oh my God, I miss HEB. Like, stuff like that is like super easy to talk about, especially when you're paired with a girl where you're from, that like you're from around the same area. That's kind of what I mean when I say it's not supposed to feel like an interview, okay? So it shouldn't just be like, where are you from? What's your major? Why did you choose Ole Miss? It shouldn't feel like that the whole time. In some situations, it might be like that for a minute until you find the one thing that you latch onto and it starts a conversation. But it shouldn't feel like that the entire time. Okay, moving on to number 4, ask questions about things that are important to you. Do not hide parts of yourself to try to fit into a house. Do not do it. If you're hiding part of your personality, like, you're never gonna truly know if you fit in that chapter because you're hiding part of yourself. Like, it's not like only one part of you is important. You, in your entire form, you are important. All parts of you. And you want to find a chapter that embraces all parts of you, not just the parts of you that are like the perfect sorority girl. Okay, last but not least, number 5, tears are irrelevant. Okay, I'm gonna say this again, and I want you to say it with me. Tears are irrelevant. They're stupid. They don't matter. Do not go in thinking, I only want to join a top tier house. I don't want to join a bottom tier house. There's a chapter for everyone. None of them are better than the other. No girls are better than the other. Like, there is a chapter for everyone, okay? If you think a chapter's weird, well, then that just probably means that that chapter's not for you. But that doesn't mean that the girls that are in that chapter are any better or worse than you. Follow your heart and go wherever your heart tells you to be. Whether or not it is a top tier house or a bottom tier house or a middle tier house, okay? They're all good and they're all gonna be perfect for someone. They're all gonna be top tier for someone. And there you have it. There are my rush tips, my Rush 101, if you will. I hope that your recruitment process is as fun and memorable as mine. If y'all have any questions throughout the actual week of recruitment and you want some unbiased help, you can shoot me a DM on Instagram, you can leave a comment down below, and I will help you out as much as possible. If you have any other questions leading up to recruitment, feel free to drop a comment down below and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Thank y'all for watching. Give this video a like and subscribe down below to see more content from me, and I will see y'all later. Bye.